you sure you're not scared to be toiling away down here, dear Britta? Glad to hear it. Palladium is the missing piece in my ministry, the fabled fifth element. It's the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, and it will grant me power over both. Indeed. All right, come. It's time to wipe the soot off our faces for the day before we're late for the big surprise.
It's been a rough year, but...
Miss Blossom? Miss Blossom? Look what I found.
Skeletons. Nana, human skeletons. Our minds are choked with God and Jason. No, a veritable boneyard. Since you seem to know where all the bodies are buried, I'm assuming you know about the Forgotten.
Thornhill still stood, of course, hateful and backward place then. The townspeople were suspicious of Abigail, who had no husband and no intention of taking one. They'd harassed moves and wanted to buy them from her, but she refused. They came to Thornhill armed with pitchforks and torches. At the stake in the groves surrounding Thornhill.
Who, Nana? Who were these vicious hooligans? These killers?
The primary conspirators. With her dying words, she cursed them and the others. After her death, but there was a collapse. Some say...
Nana, how do you know all?
Would you like to read it, child?
I shouldn't have...
Descendants of those who committed Riverdale's original sin, debating its future. Well, I refuse to allow you four to perpetuate any further cycles of violence and bloodshed.
So, to be clear...
But the same can't be said for your three conspirators who killed my dear Abigail. Formal apology and acknowledgement of this travesty. Publicly and immediately.
Cheryl, but those are...
Years atoning for the sins of my ancestors, and now you want me to reborn? This town sits over a vast graveyard of dead miners. The roots of the trees in my groves have over time become entwined with those corpses. Do you understand what I'm saying? For decades, the trees have been nourished by the poisonous dead. My sap, my syrup, the very lifeblood of Riverdale has been polluted by the remains of so many fathers and sons. You to come clean and beg for my forgiveness. See you at the meeting, and I pray you do the right thing. I've heard enough. And who, pray tell, will comprise this council of four narcissists? You, Jughead. I see. And what about the past, Archie? No! No more empty promises. The official public records show that from this moment on, Thornhill and her lands shall cede from the corrupt township of Riverdale. Nay, cousin! What is decreed is decreed. Ta-ta. Come along, Britannia. Hardly, Nana. Wit about the sins of the past. Will Riverdale ever learn? You mean the curse? It's only fitting that these words spoken at the end of one Blossom chapter shall be uttered as a new one unfurls. From this day on, Thornhill will no longer be home to a ministry, but to a school modeled after Abigail's, an academy for lost and wayward girls. As Abigail herself once said these words. Archibald Andrews, Jedediah Jones, and Beatrice Cooper, I repudiate you with my dying breath, and in Satan's name I curse you. Burn me, but you will never escape my wrath. Nor Satan's. The unchained elements of the power of darkness are lying in ambush. Beware. My revenge will strike down you and your accursed houses, and I will bathe in the blood of your sons and daughters. Moreover, I shall return again and again to torment and destroy you. To conclude, Brother Kevin and I will be performing a medley from the iconic musical, Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Stop! Okay.
Jason himself commands it. No more singing.
Really?
As you know, he was a young man of few words.
Women of a mother always have to rain on my...
Prove beyond a shadow of a doubt.
You're not wrong. So how do we put Mumsy in the shade? Forever. Being canonized has always been one of my life goals. Go on. Oh, I hope you have at least 3, Brother Kevin. I need my halo and my wings.
Thanks, Cheryl.
I think that one can never have too many spider brooches. So yes, I'll help you if required. I'm always happy to let you name drop my family in order to screw over your father. Now, if that's all, I'll be on my merry way. Kevin and I are performing our first miracle today. I thought today we might all benefit from a demonstration of my absolute authority. Jesus once changed water into wine. Jason has granted me the ability to turn water into maple syrup. The nectar of the gods. Truly.
From grade A palladium excavated from the Blossom Mine. 200
Manifests the collective pain.
How they bleed with the blood of the stigmata, mimicking.
Who knew spreading light and love could be this exhausting? Those snakes are unquestionably biblical. I already know what I want my third miracle to be. Do you remember when I got revenge on Mr. Honey Low those many years ago? When he tried to ban my back to school? Fear not, Kev. As a girl, Nana Rose was an avid beekeeper. She taught me all her apian secrets.
She prepares her third and final miracle, the taming of the bees. Witness as her purity keeps her porcelain skin safe from these vicious
Ye do not fall.
Who shared the womb with Jason?
Or I will smite thee. For I am Cheryl Blossom, queen of the bees.
Did you rub some?
The truth? I didn't have any ointment on any part of my body. Something inside me has shifted. Something powerful. Something I can't explain. But I'm feeling more connected to things than I have in years. I'm not saying I'm the first ever living saint. But what if I am? Cheryl Marjorie Blossom am the holiest of holies. Wouldn't that be miraculous?
My name is Jughead Jones.
friend.
If I could just jump in for a moment, such musical greatness.
Off that soapbox, shall we?
Dr. Curdle, did someone die?
It's your birthday. Come down, just get up.
I'll do it.
Go, 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 go!
It's a boy.
We will 100%, Josie.
Especially.
Kevin? Compulsion, thy name is Kevin of Finland.
Can I help you?
No, sweet Kevin. The question is, can I help you? We saw each other in the woods. I was seeking inspiration for my next sermon, but what about you? Your latest violent encounter in the steam room. Do you know what I believe, Kevin? I also think you were looking for meaning, peace. Kev. I don't know if you've heard, but my mother and I recently started a ministry. Why don't you come to a service? You might find the answers you're looking for. Well, I can't speak for Mumsy, but for me, it's no scam for a high purpose. Since I began ministering, I felt the best I have since the night of that misbegotten key part. What's the harm in trying one service?
I don't mean to offend you or anything, but your service wasn't exactly my speed.
To each his own. But there is a hole inside you, and I think I know what it's about. Fangs, how you left things. Regret. It haunts you. I know, because it haunts me too. Go to your man. Try to make amends. Say you're sorry. Ask for clemency. Regardless of how he responds, you'll feel better having tried. Yeah, that's diabolical. And you brought your sacred truth to his profane threshold. That alone is a victory. In godless times like these, instead of focusing on yourself, perhaps the only way to know true comfort is by assisting Betty and Tabitha in a most ingenious ruse to thwart the evil goings-on of the lonely highway with us. On this, you will find peace and meaning.
This is it.
Isn't he managing for Tony these days?
Yeah, but while we keep the truckers busy, our stealth team of...
I'm into Weatherby's office. Were you fired on account of your cruising ways? Oh, but that's incredible. So why the forlorn face? Is it fangs?
Like I loved. Okay, I'm supposed to be in New York.
I think I have an idea that might not fix all of your problems, but will replenish your artist's soul. Brothers and sisters, this week I learned a simple yet profound truth. It is in making those around us feel good that we ourselves may find salvation. Comfort. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 1. As a reminder of that lesson, today's closing hymn will be Everything Is All Right from the iconic musical Jesus Christ Superstar. And singing with me will be our ministry's new artistic director, Kevin Keller. Wouldn't you be hiding in the walls again, perchance the popo come a-knocking? What we need is money, not some sham religion created by and for convicts.
What say ye?
Pray ourselves to save.
Now, give yourself.
Who exactly is he? Whose Sweetwater are they tasting?
For years, I searched to find meaning in his death. Please. And now it is up to us. To that end, or bills that you could spare, even a penny. Praise be.
You're shameless, Mumsy. Swindling those people out of their money whilst defiling the memory of JJ. I spent enough time with corpses to know the truth. Just eternal rot. We are worm food at best. Well, there was a time when I wanted to believe in something more. A time when I actually thought I was speaking to JJ in the beyond. But you ruined that. Deranged Julian doll. You showed me that there is nothing eternal. Just the cruelty of mothers. If I have one up in flames when I give Jason his Viking funeral.
But Cheryl, they're in rivers. Don't you?
Of course I do. I just don't think you're a part of it, Mother. Dire. Plus, Pop always added a drop of human kindness to whatever my order was.
It's the...
Look, I came here to celebrate Pop, not get caught up in small-town politics, Antoinette. And I can barely afford Thornhill's renovations as it is.
And the sins of your family are so great, there's nothing you can do to atone for them.
I'm sorry I can't. Start as something good and end up corrupted like everything I try to do.
Please?
If I gave you the money, who would these new teachers even be?